Hey, what's going on, family? Today, you can see from the article from Bar Chart that there is one analyst that is trying to say that SoFi stock has 31% upside. Just one. Just imagine how people are grabbing articles and looking at the opinion of just one person. Now, we got a market full of thousands of market participants. And here it is, Bar Chart, the Motley Fool is grabbing just one measly Wall Street analyst trying to insinuate that SoFi stock has 31% upside. Just one. Now, the other thousands of market participants who deals with SoFi's market, they don't have nothing to do with price action. Like the overall seesaw of the Motley Fool and then Bar Chart grabbing this article from one analyst is merely crazy to me that people would try to grab this and say, all right, cool, let's just run out and go buy the stock then. I mean, if one Wall Street analyst says there's a 31% upside, then he has to be right. He has to be the only one that is thinking that SoFi stock has 31% upside potential. What about the other thousands of market participants? What are their opinions? I think we need to go into a new day and time to where we were able to get the opinion of everybody. I don't know if there's enough storage. I don't know if there's enough compute power to actually get all of the market participants' thesis about how a stock is going to move, whether it's going to go up or down. But I think that would be a better gauge as to, okay, what does the overall market feel? Now, maybe in some cases, it could be 50-50. 50% of the people may think SoFi is a sell, then the other 50% may say SoFi is a buy. And thereby creates your market, thereby creates your ability to profit from these price moves. So let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. SoFi Technologies has a new fan on Wall Street. Needham Co. Analyst Kyle Peterson initiated coverage of the consumer-focused digital bank on Wednesday with a buy rating. This was on April the 4th. Okay, so here is April the 4th. Right there. Okay. Citing SoFi advantages over its peers in the digital lending space, Peterson gave the bank a $10 price target that implies a roughly 31% gain for the stock over the next 12 months. So, $10 next 12 months. Is that feasible? Of course it is. I mean, just a couple of months ago, we was trading around $10.35 in December. So here it is, 4 months later. Yeah, it's doable. We've been there before. It's not like we're hitting all-time high prices. So that 30%, even though they're trying to place that in the title of the article, is not that far from where we haven't been before. So it may insinuate like that is a massive move. We're just looking for it to go to $7 to $10, right? And if any of these earnings releases and SoFi is good, it can hit that in a couple of trading days. Why SoFi gets a high price target? SoFi has a couple of big advantages over most banking startups. First, it obtained a national bank charter in 2022. It's 2024. Are you serious? You think that's not considered already in SoFi's price? That allows it to fund new loans using customer deposits. Peers in the digital lending space that lack a banking charter, such as Upstart, need to share a large portion of each transaction with their banking partners. Instead of hiring another tech company to evaluate individual credit risk, SoFi employs proprietary algorithms. Ooh, that's another buzzword for today's time. Algorithms, artificial intelligence, AI, proprietary. Yeah, this is a buzzword as to what's being hyped right now. And so far, they seem to work just fine. So let me drop a 31% price target down, looking for SoFi to go from $7 to $10 because of these algorithms are just looking just fine. Total delinquent loans made up 2.5% of its lending portfolio at the end of 2023, which was down from 5.2 a year earlier. So people are going back to work. People are finally paying their bills and they are getting out of the delinquency status of their loans that SoFi holds. Now that could quickly change. Let another recession, depression, massive layoffs occur, then that delinquency rate will go right back up to 5 or even higher percent. So that is one of the risks that could really impact that 31% upside movement in SoFi. Just giving you all a heads up. SoFi stock trades at 2.2 times its tangible book value. That's a high multiple for most bank stocks, but most banks aren't growing this fast. The company grew its customer count by 44% last year. Revenue rose 35% in 2023, and management guided for another 20% gain in 2024. Okay, real simple, right? So now, let's get to the market then. 31% upside sits around like $10. We have these other zones right here. This sell zone, we got this sell zone, then this one, and then that one. These three sell zones are in the way of seeing that 31% upside. Now, do you actually think that Wall Street will give you the exact price target? Like Kyle Peterson, the one who works for Needham Co, he has a $10 price target, but what if SoFi only makes it to $9.20? That's pretty close. It didn't hit $10. What I want you all to understand is that don't expect the market to exactly hit that target. It gets close sometimes, and then other times it doesn't. Here's SoFi on the weekly. Now, you can see here on the weekly chart that the last time we came down to this buy zone, the market it got hit with a lot of selling, but then it stopped, right? And then the market just ran up. We're getting the same thing again. We saw a lot of weakness on this weekly bar, then this one, but then the market stopped. This could be where Kyle Peterson is buying SoFi stock. Somebody's buying it because it just completely stopped off of that weakness right there. The week of March 4th, 2024. And then it started trading sideways in a range. See this? So somebody is buying the stock around $7. Here's SoFi on the 2 weeks. Here it is on the 3. Here it is on the 5. I will say on the next 3 week, once this 3 weekly bar concludes in the next 3 days and 9 hours, if we see it close the way that it looks now, then yeah, that's a buy zone right around here, around $7. Okay. So now, how do you feel about SoFi though? 31% upside, is it doable? Yes. But when I look at the price action in SoFi, it doesn't look like it's ready to rally up to 31% real quick. It doesn't look like it. Now, earnings is coming up into the market in SoFi. That could probably put more gas into the tank to really move this price to the upside. Okay. So I'm kind of torn. I must admit, I'm torn between whether or not this particular stock is due to go up or is it due to continue to go down. I think it's going to try to go up, but I will have to look at it on this particular perspective to hit this downtrend. Okay. So I'm going to hold this line here in SoFi. I'm going to do that. Now, our target is going to be at these sell zones. Okay, so we're already hitting the first sell zone now, so I'm not going to use that as a target. But the second sell zone, okay, either at the low, let me zoom in so you guys can see, either at the low or the high of that sell zone. That's going to be our first target. Now, this first one, the second sell zone, that gives us around almost 6% at the high of that sell zone. Now, after that, I must admit, $9 will be next. Almost 18% market move to the upside. We may get that move to around like $9 off of this earnings to be released on April the 29th. They may actually move that market in SoFi that direction. But if not, we don't want the market to fall below our buy zone. Okay. So now, it is a job, it is a task for the buyers to really break these near-term sell zones. I do acknowledge that. So we may not just see the market immediately ratchet up to $9. So just keep that in mind too. But yeah, give me your thoughts though. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.